I am back, and I'm still talking about the DPR Network. Nope, I'm not trying to show anything here. I'm going to give you data, I'm going to give you numbers. We're going to talk about three main things. First, we're going to start out with the Genesis node miners. What do they look like? What do you have to do? What does this whitelisting look like? Secondly, since we're talking about mining, let's talk about mining rewards. We have numbers, have things to share with you guys that are going to give you like a little bit of an insight as to what you can expect to earn from the DPR Network devices. Third, Helium mining on the DPR Network devices. It's real, it's happening, there's proof, and I'm going to share it all with you guys. So before I go any further, take this time, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, just because otherwise if I don't say this, it ain't going to happen, because the bulk of the people that come to watch these videos about the DPR Network are not subscribed. And my goal is to be able to give you guys information as early as possible. Not only that, like you can go back into videos about the DPR Network that I have on my channel. I answer every single comment, from questions as far as, you know, the white paper is 80 pages of garbage and only 10 pages are actually useful. I go back and I go read at it, you know, all those things, and I say, nope, actually 20 of those pages are garbage, and then 60 of those pages are actually decent. So every single comment, I've responded to every single person, and that's my goal. Take advantage of this, guys. Channel is still technically small. I have the time to be able to get to every single one, every single question. And let me point out somebody here, like I'm super appreciative of the people that are honest enough to go back and say, hey, I was wrong. Thank you for giving me this info. I really appreciate you sharing the info. Like, that stuff really makes a difference and it has a huge impact. So I appreciate all of you that are honest enough with yourselves, not, you know, to go back and say, hey, sorry about this. Because again, DPR Network, people are saying that it's all FOMO, and maybe a little bit, but I know that those tokens are going to run out sooner rather than later, to be honest. But the price is going to skyrocket, and the people who are holding these tokens now are going to have a field day, myself included. This is what we're talking about, DPR Network. So you guys seen the website, this little pretty globe rotating, going round and round. But I want to talk about devices, right? And I've showed you this before. The devices here, we have a few of them that are listed on the site. And you have the Lite, which you really can't get anymore. Then you have the Mini and the Nano. The Nano is limited at the 500 megabits per second. The Mini can do gigabit networks. Now, Genesis node miners are essentially this guy right here. The Mini, they're saying that it has better hardware, but, you know, size-wise, it looks very identical to this, and this is what it looks like right here. This is the gold and the silver version side by side, and for you to get it, you need to stake, and that's how things are going to be playing out. You need to put money in to be able to get these rewards. But let's talk about whitelisting. I know I told you about whitelisting, and I want to share the info that I have with you as far as whitelisting goes. So, to get whitelisted, there is going to be a form coming out shortly on the DPR Network's website, and that form is going to include a couple of basic things. So you're going to have to fill out your name, phone number. People are getting a little uptight about the phone number thing, like they need it for shipments, especially when stuff is international. They need that phone number. If you're worried about that, go get a GoPhone or something, but it shouldn't be a problem. Your address, because they need to know where to ship it to. The credit score you are planning on staking for, and I'll go over those numbers in a second, as well as the address to your wallet. And again, I've talked about this. Make sure it's a hot wallet, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, something that is not in an exchange, because if you are in an exchange, you're not going to be able to stake those tokens through the DPR Network's website. That being said, let's go to the next page here. If I know how to work the computer, there we go. All right, so after you fill out the form, you need to stake the coins, because you can't just say, oh yeah, I put money in, so can I get my miner now? That's not gonna how it's gonna work. So you fill out the form, put the address in that you're gonna be staking the coins with, and you go over to the site and you stake your coins. Two things can happen: either approved or you're not approved. Essentially, what they're looking to do is approve the higher people first, and then work their way down the list. And rumor has it that it's going to go pretty quick, and they're going to do it in phases. And you can see here, it says phase 1, 1,000 gold Genesis units. They promised 10,000 units in total. There's no way that they're going to be shipping out 10,000 units. There's not enough DPR out there to be staked to generate that many units. Like, there's just, they can't. There's not enough DPR. It needs to be mined first. It's just not going to happen. So these units are going to be, you know, nice, and it's going to be at a premium for everybody that buys in late, which is why I'm bringing it to you now. Buy in as soon as you can because prices are going to continue to go up. We're at 6.5 cents, 6.7, I think, just a few minutes ago because somebody sold when they shouldn't have. But price is going to be moving rather quickly, so keep that in mind. And if you're looking to buy in early. Not financial advice as usual because I ain't getting paid. You're not paying me, and yeah, it'd be nice though. Anyhow, this is how it's going to work. If you do get approved, great, congrats. You're going to be able to receive a free Genesis Node miner. If not, you got three options. You can remain staked and wait for the next phase. They're going to be really quick. So phases are going to go in and out rather quickly. You're talking about a week or so there. Other option, you can, stake more coins and resubmit the form. So let's say you were staking for tier 2 and you want to go, but you weren't approved. You can go stake more coins and say, all right, now I'm tier 3. Can I get it now? Or you have the other option, which is just bringing your coins out and unstaking those and selling them for a profit. Whatever option you choose, it's still worth it because if you remain staked, next round's going to go quick. If you decide to stake more and you get approved, well, happy day. You're going to get bigger rewards and bigger bonuses, which I'm going to cover in just a second. Or if you unstake your coins and you sell them, yeah, they're going to go for a premium at that point. So you still make money. So this is like a win-win-win. It's like The Office, exactly what you want to have. Anytime you got any conflict, you want to win-win-win. So, next page. This is the numbers. Mining. All right, so credit scores, you can see that 100 to 800. For you to have a 100 credit score, you got to stake 20,000 DPR, and the number increases, as you can see, and you go from 20,000 all the way to 468,000. And the rewards increase with it. So the APY starts at 39% and it goes all the way up to 60%. The nice thing really is the bonus. This Genesis bonus that you see there on the side, that number is actually a bonus amount that the Genesis miners are going to get. And only 1,000 people will have the ability of earning that bonus. That is the latest. And again, I try to give you guys as much info as I can with information that's been provided to me. So the 1,000 units that are going to be coming out are going to earn that Genesis bonus. And so the sooner you get in, the better off you're going to be because it does add up rather quickly. And don't think that, it's going to be 1,000 people at the 800 credit score. There's not enough DPR out there for, 1,000 people at the 800 score. There isn't. So we're going to continue to go through this, but you're going to see that if you get at the 200 mark, you're guaranteed one, like by the numbers, but the bulk of the people are going to be tier 2 and tier 3. But look at those rewards, and that's not taking into account the DPR that you're actually staking. So you could take that money later and sell it for a profit too. But if DPR hits that 25-cent mark in 1 year, if you stake 20,000 coins, you're going to earn almost $2,000. It's a pretty nice, return on investment. And that number just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and way bigger because of that bonus that I was talking about. So tier 2, you're already looking at, almost $2,200. That's a lot of money for 1 year with something that you put in, again, I always do this, but it's because I love you all and I want to make sure that I'm giving you like good info. I ended up doing math on the fly just to be sure that I'm talking about this right. So tier 2, so you got 46,800. So that amount, let's say we're at 7 cents right now. You're looking at $3,276. That's how much it would cost for you to get in at the tier 2 level with prices roughly what they are right now. Because it is a bloodbath on the crypto markets right now. Everything is dropping. Bitcoin's under 30,000. Like it's a bloodbath. And DPR is doing okay. It's still actually either holding or going up. So there is that. But you can make a lot of money essentially in just 1 year of mining, which is fantastic because if you're buying in at that number, if you're buying in for let's say $3,300, to get your tier 2, and you're making, this is mining alone, you're making $5,500 just mining. That doesn't take into consideration the amount that you have staked, because if you sell that, you're going to, again, add on to those numbers and make a hefty profit on the amount that you've made. Side notes, I've gotten this a lot. So I'll go over the FAQs, I guess you can say, of that people have when it comes to this. No, you can't stake coins for your minis and your nanos, whatever unit you might have at home. That's not how it works. For those units, you're going to have to earn a credit score. And the credit score is supposedly going to be between 4 to 6 months for you to be able to earn that. Apparently, it should be a little bit faster. Rumor has it again. But you can't just stake coins for your mini and your nanos to be able to mine those at a higher tier. You actually have to earn that gradually. Another note, the numbers I just showed you, that does not take into consideration your credit score increasing naturally, because your credit score will increase over time. Something else that has changed that I covered and that I've gotten questions on. Your credit score is actually going to be the defining feature as far as how much you earn. That means that the bandwidth you provide does not affect your earning capabilities. It affects your credit score. That means that if you share more bandwidth, your credit score will increase faster, which in turn, again, makes it so that you are earning more DPR. But it's all based on the credit score. You're not just going to be earning like, oh, you let somebody stream all day long on your account because you maxed out as far as, bandwidth sharing goes, so you're going to get more coins. No, that's not how it's happening. You're going to get more credit by allowing that to happen. Credit score is unlimited. That can keep going up. There's no cap on it right now, but the tier stops at that 800 mark. So you will continue to accrue a credit score higher and higher and higher and higher, past 800, but your earnings will stop at 800 mark. Now, the good thing to have a credit score higher than 800 is only if you, let's say, are unplugged from the network for over 3 or more days and your credit score starts to drop. That makes it worth it. But again, if you're at that 800 mark, you are going to be doing pretty good and you're going to be earning a lot of cash, because if you take a look at this, at an 800 score for that first year with the Genesis node miners, you're making $100,000 if it's only at 25 cents, and that number just increases exponentially. And at a $5 DPR, you're looking at over $2 million in 1 year. I don't know, it's pretty good to me. Sounds like it could be worthwhile, I guess you can say, to get up to that credit score. And again, when I show you these numbers, this does not take into account the natural progression, the natural increase of your credit score, because as your credit score increases, well, you're going to make more money because you're going to be mining at a higher rate. So keep that in mind. This is if things stayed static throughout a 1 full year. So at a 200 credit score, you'd make $5,500 if the credit score wasn't increasing naturally as you move forward with sharing bandwidth. So keep that in mind, which is super exciting. Now, I promised I was going to talk about the Helium Network, and people can say a lot of things about the Helium Network, but this here is the most scary thing of all, which is spoofing. And this post here came out August 2020. So spoofing was already happening, and people were pointing this out. This is bad. So people are just filling up warehouses with these guys and then spoofing their locations to earn money. That's awful for the network, like really, really bad. And if you go on, YouTube and you take a look at all of these things, like there's a lot of people that are posting about this stuff because it's a big problem. Now, how do we fix this? Well, the Helium Network needs to get their act together and put some blocks in place to prevent this from taking place. This is the application from DPR Network to HIP 19 here. so that they can actually be part of the Helium network. And they have guaranteed that you will not be able to spoof the location with deeper network devices. And they're working with providing that solution to the Helium network to make sure that they can solve the problem across the board. Now, why is this substantial? This can be a game changer. Right now, Helium is bleeding because of this. They are encountering a lot of issues because people are making money on top of money on top of money by pretending to be somewhere they're not. So it's not helping the network, but they're benefiting from the network, which is awful. Now, I need to make sure that I cover just a few simple facts when it comes to the deeper network application here. If I scroll down, you're going to see the things I'm going to highlight. First, this is what it looks like. So this is, one of the minis, and off of that USB port that it has, they are looking to plug in this device, which the coolest part of it is the fact that you can attach any antenna you want. Like, that is stinking cool. Moving forward, we can go down and they talk about on the application that they are, a Web 3.0 infrastructure. Like, they actually have a legit product that's out there. They're not trying to make something new. They already have been in the market. They're already selling things. And they outline a lot of things. Like, see that right there? See those gold-plated connections? That's where the lovely antennas will go. Any antenna on your roof. But because the deeper network is a DPN, it allows people to actually not spoof things, and it will make the Helium network so much better. And they have the experience, right? Like, the deeper network, they have the experience of putting this stuff together, and they're not just like, oh yeah, we're doing this, we want to create a product. No, like, we have sold our deeper network products in more than 150 countries. That is a big deal for somebody that's applying. And I know there's some charts out there, like all the people that are applying. My opinion is that deeper is going to get fast tracked because of their exposure, because they have rope products, because they have manufacturing. Like, this is a huge deal. Manufacturing is gold right now. If you have a way to have things manufactured quickly, well, you're winning. Like, a big reason why people aren't able to get cars, aren't able to get a lot of stuff, and why prices are soaring with different products is because they don't have a way to get it manufactured. Like, everything is backed up, but they have the ability to do this. They have people ready to go. And you see, like, they have a lot of things, like, ready. And here we go. Take a look. They're looking to sell more than 10,000 of these. How much money required up front? 300,000. How much money do you have on hand? This is a big one. Deeper Network has cash. So it's not like, oh, we want to try to do... No, like, they have cash. They're ready to go. They have a manufacturing plant ready to go. Like, they have everything in place. They just need the thumbs up to move forward with things. So this is going to happen, in my opinion, rather quickly. A lot faster than most people even realize. Because they have the infrastructure ready to go. I totally see this being fast-tracked by Helium because they do want to have reliable sellers on the platform that know what they're doing, that have experience putting out products, and these guys do. I know I get this sometimes that I'm just trying to push certain things and certain coins. Yeah, but it's to your benefit. I've told you about, Deeper Network when it was about 5 cents, and it just keeps going up. And hopefully y'all can, understand that my goal here is to really help you. And if you go back and go any of my videos, go look at the comments. Even the people that are nasty to me, I'm still being nice back to you guys. I'm still giving you honest, good responses. If I disagree, I'll let you know. If you're saying something negative and I agree with you, I'm okay, cheering you on, saying, yeah, you're right, it sucks. Like, I have no problem doing that. I want to bring you quality, honest, true content. That's my goal. That's my commitment. That's never going to stop. So, if you appreciate any of that, any of the information I've given you, if you have any questions, drop them down below. But if you wouldn't mind smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it goes a long, long way to making sure the channel is getting found. And we'll get more people onto good projects. And that way, we can win. And you can win. I can win. They can win. And we can have that big old win, win, win. I wish I had a meme to put up right now so I can show you Michael Scott saying that, but we'll leave it for next time. I have some big, exciting surprises on the horizon, so make sure you do subscribe because I got some fun things coming. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Love you all. See you on the next one.